Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a shop my stash and a little 3-month no buy update. So if you guys are interested in hanging out with me while I do some makeup and chatting about my no buy, maybe some life updates, I don't know, we'll see, then just keep on watching. So as per usual with my shop my stashes, I'm not really going to be talking about the makeup at all. I will have everything that I used linked down below, and I will also have my shop my stash playlist linked down below as well in case you, I don't know, want to go back and watch some other ones that maybe you haven't seen. And also, as per usual with my shop my stashes, I have no idea what I'm doing. No plan as to the makeup look or anything like that, just kind of going with the flow. The extent of the plan that I have is that I saw a lipstick that I really wanted to wear. And so I'm building my makeup look around that. Also, I woke up this morning and this eyebrow will like literally not stop twitching. It's not non-stop, but every couple minutes it'll be like, twitch. So, you know, sorry if you see that. It's fucking annoying is what it is. I also nicked my eyebrow when I was shaving this morning. Cool. I'm zoom you guys in just a little bit. Not like crazy though. I don't feel like being all the way zoomed in today. Also, I started the intro for this video and I said 3 buy no month update. So that's how we are doing today. All right, so no buy. I will separately of the playlist link the shop my stash that I did where I discussed my no buy at great lengths. But just a quick rundown. The beginning of this year, I went on a no buy, and I had a couple rules for myself, different things that I wanted to do. You know, obviously overarching thing of no buy, with the exception of like things that I would absolutely need to repurchase, like, you know, I'm going to repurchase eyeliner when I run out of my eyeliner, stuff like that. And the couple little caveats that I had given myself was that if there was a couple specific brands that did a launch that I was interested in and I wanted to do a video on, that I was still allowing myself to purchase that product, that I am allowing myself the option. It's not a necessary, it's not like a guaranteed thing, but that I am allowing myself the option of doing a singular haul about 6 months in. So purchase in June, probably put up a video in July if I decide to do it. I don't know yet. And then I would also still be doing a holiday haul at the end of the year. So those are kind of like my caveat rules. Otherwise, it's pretty much, you know, your standard stuff. My biggest thing is that I want to get myself down to, let's use foundation for an example. I want to use up all of the foundations that I have that are out and opened, and I want to get through the majority of the foundations that I have in my backup drawer before I purchase something else. So that's just kind of, I mean, I feel like that's kind of expected for a no buy, but I want to get through pretty much everything before I allow myself to buy something new. Kind of like when you were younger and you really wanted to open a new box of cereal, but your mom was like, you already have cereal open, you have to finish what you have before you can open another one. Or was that just like a me thing? I don't know. I did put up this month a video that was kind of just discussing new releases and like things that I would buy if I wasn't on a no buy, like things that I would probably already have in my collection, would have filmed about, or would have just been already testing and would probably be talking about in a future video. So I put that up this month. I will link that up in the eye and down below for you guys. But in that video, I had kind of come to the realization, and it was something that I discussed in that video. My eyebrow will not stop fucking twitching. Anyways, I had kind of discussed in that video, because when it comes to, again, going back to the foundation example, say I finish up everything that's in here and I'm down to like I've used up all of my backups, so I have like maybe a foundation or even half of a foundation left in my vanity, and I'm like, okay, it's time to buy something else, you know, I'm running out kind of thing. I had said in my original Shop My Stash video and kind of, you know, had decided then at that point I could decide whether or not I wanted to repurchase something that I already know and love, or if I wanted to try something new that I could. I think I'm kind of going to make a slight amendment to that. I'm not anywhere near the time to repurchase anything, nowhere near, but I'm going to slightly amend that. So basically when again, going back to the foundation example because it's just the easiest one, when I'm ready to purchase, I'm going to allow myself, if I decide that there's a foundation that I really want to try, if it's just a repurchase, then I don't give a shit. But if there's a foundation that I really want to try, I'm also going to allow myself the option to repurchase a favorite. Reason being is I don't want to use up all of my foundation and then purchase something new to try, have that be my sole foundation, and then end up trying it and being like, wow, this is awful, and I have nothing. And then having to go back to the store again to purchase something that I probably already know and love. So I'd rather just kind of get that out of the way. I love mixing foundations. I love alternating between foundations day to day based on, you know, kind of what I'm looking for. Am I looking for something a little bit more matte, something a little bit more glowy, something a little bit more hydrating, you know, all of those different things. So I prefer to have a couple foundations open at a time. So for that reason, I'm gonna allow myself to purchase more than one, like 2. I'm not gonna go more than 2, but like I'll do a new and an old if I want to try something new. If I'm just like, damn, I really want to repurchase like the pure Love Yourselfie foundation, like that's the only foundation that I want right now, then I'm just gonna buy that. So in December, when I kind of planned this whole thing and decided that this is what I was gonna do, I ended up sitting down in this room where all my makeup is, and I pulled everything out and I inventoried everything. I broke it down by categories: eye primer, eye palette, eyeliner, literally just every single category. And I counted everything so that I could kind of see as the year went on, like exactly how much did I use and or get rid of, where did I start, and then at the end of the year I'll be able to see kind of where I finished. So I did an inventory in December. I'm not going to give you all of the whole breakdown of like every single thing. I just broke it down because I knew it would be easier to keep track of over the time. But in December, my total between everything that's in my vanity over here, everything that's in my project pan basket, and then everything that's in the hallway in my like little backup container that I have kind of stashed away, I had 464 makeup items, give or take. There was, I know at some point a couple of things slipped through the cracks. Like I have with my project pan stuff, I have a separate bag where I keep like the stuff that I've panned or the stuff that I've decided that I'm getting rid of. And I don't remember if I counted that or not in the original count. So there's a little bit of a leeway. Somewhere between 464 and I'd say probably 475 is probably where I was at when I started this. And that's literally individual things like every single lip liner, every single lash package, because I have a couple multi-packs, but like every single eyeliner, like all those little teeny tiny things that add up. None of my categories had like a ton of things in them. I think the thing that I owned the most of was palettes and then lipsticks. So that's kind of to be expected. I'm gonna go do my eyeliner really quick off camera, and then I will be back to keep chatting. Also, by the way, didn't feel like doing anything to my hair, because guess what? we're in the middle of yet another storm. So, and I have to go run some errands today. So I was like, I'm not gonna bother like straightening or curling my hair because it's just gonna get instantly ruined the second I walk outside. So anyways, so 464 items was where I was at in December, give or take, obviously. 464 is a lot to count. The way that I kind of plan out my content is I have my iPad and in my notes app, and I will literally basically create a calendar that I can write in that's line by line. And when I say calendar, like I'll write January and then I will write the dates for Tuesday and Thursday. So, you know, 1st, 3rd, whatever it was, right? And I will write in what videos I'm filming, and it also makes it easier. So if I need to, you know, edit it, update it, change it, whatever, I can do that pretty easily. But on that calendar, you know, I have all of my videos. I put on way too much. We'll just kind of blend that down, I guess. I will have all those videos planned. So, you know, in February, I had planned for an empties video. And then in April, May, I don't know what month it starts, but in a month or two, I'm going to also be starting my declutter series again that I do every year. And so on those specific videos where I am clearly talking about either a large amount of products that I have used up, or I am intentionally removing products from my collection, I have marked next to them to do a recount. So I think I'm gonna have a recount probably every other month or so. Maybe I'll be doing a recount every month I do a declutter. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Where I'm going with this is I did a recount in February. So that would probably work out as about a solid 2 months of using product, right? And now granted, a lot of what I discussed in my empties video in February, that stuff was already in there. Like, I think I had done an empties video in November, so maybe I filmed it in October, but that video was filmed in either October or November. So it had been several months since I had done an empties video. So there was stuff that I discussed in that video that obviously did not get counted in my overall inventory because I didn't count my trash, because that would have been silly. So really that second count, that February count, isn't going to be a huge drastic decrease. It was only 2 months. I had used up 15 items. So my new total inventory was 449. Again, give or take. I think I messed up a little bit on the count on that one, but it was somewhere around there. 15 feels solid, like a solid amount that I probably used. It is in May. Okay, so the next count that I'll be doing will be in May. And I pretty much almost always go in the same order every year for declutters. So that way it kind of works out to be roughly about a year since I had done the declutter of whatever category it was. In May, I will be doing a lip declutter, which is very needed. So yeah, lip declutter is very needed. So more than likely, the count in May is going to drop pretty significantly. From an inventory standpoint, though, it'll be really nice to declutter my lipsticks because those are the hardest to count because they're so small and there's so many, and I already know that I'm pretty sure that I miscounted them to begin with. So it'll be nice to get like an absolute accurate like count. So yeah, that's kind of fun. In roughly 2 months, I finished up, got rid of whatever, 15 items. I would say that that's pretty substantial. Like, don't get me wrong, I totally understand. I'm gonna zoom you guys back out a little bit. There we go. Don't get me wrong, like, I understand that 460 something items is a lot. It's a very massive collection. 15 things in 2 months. I'm pretty proud of that. So let's just talk about like how I've been feeling through the whole thing, because I feel like that's really what matters. Like obviously the overarching thing is, there's goes my eyebrow twitch again. So like obviously the overarching thing is like encouraging myself to use up the makeup that I already own as opposed to purchasing more. I wasn't happy with how much I was consuming, how much I was spending, how much I was wasting. Because like for example, I had one of my favorite foundations is the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation, and that foundation has SPF in it. So it has like a hard set on the package expiration date where the ingredients stop becoming effective, right? And then it's kind of wasteful, which it's not wasteful, it's just once they're effective, it's not, you know. I still wear SPF underneath regardless. Like I'm not depending entirely on the SPF that's in a foundation or in a primer or whatever. And this could be like my OCD coming into play because, you know, again, like I just said, I still wear my SPF underneath, so it shouldn't matter too much if something's expired and the SPF is no longer as effective. I see an expiration date on a product that's not just like a, you know, oh, 6 months. You should use within 6 months. If I see like a hard set expiration date, my brain's like, no longer cool with that. So I had a L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation that literally died in my backup drawer. It was expired. I went to go pull it out. It had never been used. It was brand new. Not brand new. It had never been used. And it was already expired. It had just gotten pushed to the back and had gotten forgotten about. And it expired in my makeup drawer. And that's like so depressing because that's money that I spent on a product that I do genuinely love. And I just had to get rid of it. It's been really nice to actually focus in on the makeup that I have and actually get like good use out of it. I will say that in a lot of ways it has started to kind of like breed innovation in a way. Like I've started playing around with different ways of doing my foundation. I've started playing around with like different ways of doing my foundation. I can't speak today. Different, you know, application techniques for the order in which I do my base makeup and stuff like that. Like it's started to breed innovation and I've started to play around in that way. At the same time, I am a little bit burned out when it comes to like eye makeup looks. I'm struggling with those. I'm just like struggling to find inspiration, struggling to like want to use what's already in my collection and everything like that. Like I will occasionally find myself thinking like, oh, if I just got this new palette, then I would be able to do all these different makeup looks. Or if I just, you know, got this thing, I would be able to do this or whatever. Then I'll kind of look at those new palettes that I'm interested in a little bit more and I'll be like, I have stuff that's very similar to that, you know? That's kind of where I'm at. I'm both enjoying it and both frustrated by it at the same time. Like I feel both ways about it. This cream blush is so too much. Also kind of blended away too much on this side. It has been nice to see a little bit more money in my account. That's obviously been nice. My feet are falling asleep. And I also gotta say, like I haven't really been experiencing like FOMO. Like I have not experienced, with the exception of like one makeup item I saw that I was just like, oh, I want it so bad. But like other than that, there hasn't really been anything that I've been like, oh my god, like I need this right now. Or like felt like I was missing out because I didn't have that item or anything like that. So that's been nice to actually be able to sit down and go like, okay, so I have enough in my collection. Like I can make these looks happen without having to introduce new stuff into my collection. And now my schedule for the day has just changed. My mom has a dentist appointment and I was gonna meet up with her after that appointment to go to Costco together, and that was supposed to be at 2. I guess the dentist just called and changed her appointment to 1, and it's 12:30. I mean, luckily I'm already at this stage, so I think I should be good. Anyways, yeah, there has been one product, like I said, the one product that I was just like, I almost caved. I almost caved, and it was the Essence Pure Nude Blushes. I love a glowy blush. I love the Essence Pure Nude line. I love a blush topper. Like, that product was damn near made for me. And I almost caved on it, but I was like, no, I don't need it right now. I have plenty of glowy blushes to use, and I can always get it later. It doesn't appear to be limited edition, and it doesn't appear like it's going away anytime soon, so I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait on it. And I did, and I'm proud of myself for doing that. I still wish that I had it, but I can wait. Okay, I have to talk through her screaming because I simply don't have the time. I caved on one little thing. One little teeny tiny thing. This fucking cat. I was at Target because I had to pick up a couple other things, and I saw the L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation, and it was on sale. And like I said, I had already gotten rid of my full one that had expired, and I missed it. I missed it so much. So I did cave, and I did buy that, but it was kind of, I don't know, it was justifiable in my head because, not because it was on sale or anything like that, but it was justifiable in my head because I had to get rid of that full one that I didn't even get to use. So did cave on one little teeny tiny thing. The other purchase that I have made, I wouldn't actually technically consider it caving. So I did a Shop Miss A order for some new lashes. So I still have a couple lashes in my collection. Predominantly, I have Eylure, the Luxe XL, actually just like these, what I'm going to be wearing today. Lashes just like that. I have, so these ones are the Indulgence ones. They're, as you can see, a little bit more like cat eye flared. Whereas I also have multi-packs of Splendor, which I love the Eylure Splendor lashes. I really do. However, I have been finding myself recently not wanting those really, really big full lashes. I either want cat eye so they kind of flare out, or I just want significantly softer lashes. I don't want those big, overly dramatic lashes. So I had used up all of them, all of the like not dramatic, not over the top lashes that I own. And so I wouldn't consider that like caving because I was filling a gap in my collection. To me, that's akin to being like, okay, well, I finished up all of my black eyeliner and I still have colored eyeliner left, so I shouldn't buy eyeliner because I don't have, but like I wear black more often than anything else. That's kind of how I look at that. So I did purchase some lashes from Shop Miss A. They're like $1.50 lashes. And I did buy several. And now part of that is because of the fact that I was, you know, Shop Miss A does take a while to ship, and it's also really, really, really cheap. And lashes are those things that like I'll use probably for like a week and a half, 2 weeks straight, and then I will throw it away and I'll pull out a new one. So I didn't want to just buy one or two and then have to do this whole thing over again. So I figured, let's just buy, I think I bought like 8 or 9 lashes. We'll go from there. I can always supplement in lashes from like Target or Ulta or something like that if I decide that I need different lashes. Like I really love the Kiss Teddy lashes. But yeah, I always view lashes as something that you buy like a couple of at a time. Multiple of at a time. So like overall, I would still consider myself to be successful in my adventure, my endeavors. Like I said, I don't consider the lash purchase a cave because I was filling a gap in my collection. the most that I caved on was that single L'Oreal foundation. But it also wasn't like I was trying to try something new or anything like that. Like, it was legitimately just a repurchase of something that I already know and love, that had been in my collection, but, you know, shit happened. And yeah, that is kind of where I'm currently at. Overall, I feel good. I feel good about it. The breeding innovation thing has been really cool. Like, figuring out new ways to use the products that I already have to create different looks. Like, I've been really into kind of like more cloud skin makeup and also simultaneously using less foundation. So before, I would use probably 2.5 pumps of foundation, especially if I was mixing foundations. I would end up with just about that much foundation, and I would always feel like obligated to, what is this little hair doing? Yeah, I would always feel obligated to like use up everything that was on my palette, right? As opposed to, you know, just using what covered my face and then wiping off the rest, which again is obviously very wasteful. So that's kind of interesting though, that I've started using less foundation as I'm not allowed to buy more. You would think that in my head I would be like, no, I have to use the same amount of foundation that I've always used because I want to use it up quickly so that I could try something new. You know, you would think that, but no, I'm actually like enjoying using less makeup, and part of that could probably be because my skin genuinely looks better with less on it. It's not as, you know, cakey and heavy and stuff like that. But just even like this style of putting on highlight where I'm putting on just like such a small amount in really pinpointed places and kind of doing this more like soft matte look, that's obviously resulting in me not using products that I was using before. Like, I'm not using my glowy powder that I was putting in multiple places on my face. I'm not using my dewy skin sprays. So in certain ways, I am actually using less makeup, but I'm finding new ways to enjoy using what I already have. Eyeshadow is where I'm just hung up on, but could have happened in or outside of a no-buy. I think that's just, you know, a little bit of creative burnout happening. I'm gonna jump off for the sake of time because I don't know if she wants me to leave here at 1:15 or 1:30. So I don't know if I have 30 minutes or 45. I am gonna jump off, finish up the rest of my face. The lipstick that, I don't even need to show you guys the lipstick. Can we not do all, okay, whatever. I'm gonna jump off and finish up the rest of my face, and I will be back to wrap up this video and show you guys the final look. I feel like the lipstick brings a little bit of cheer to an overall gloomy, rainy day. And also, of course, all that time that I was doing like my cheek makeup and all that stuff, like my eyebrow twitch stopped. And then the fucking second I started doing this eyebrow, it was like twitch. And so I got a little bit too high on that side. So I had to kind of like even them out, and they're a little bit bigger than I wanted, but you gotta do what you gotta do when you got the fucking eyebrow twitch. And of course now it's not twitching. I don't know what to say, dude. I don't know why it's been doing it all morning. It is what it is. I'm happy with the way that my makeup look turned out. It's a little bit streakier than the other more nude shades that I have of this one. So I had to like layer on a little bit, and then I had to kind of like do the finger trick because it had gotten on my teeth. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up my little 3-month no-buy update. I plan to do another one in, June. So I plan to do another one in June, and that's probably the video in which I'll discuss whether or not I decided to do a haul. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Maybe you're someone that's on a no-buy with me, and so you're kind of wanting to see, you know, or you're on a no-buy yourself, and so you kind of wanted to see how someone else is feeling. I definitely would love to hear if any one of you guys are on a no-buy and kind of how you're feeling at this point in the year. I feel like I've gotten over the first big hump because, you know, like January, February is when there's a ton of new launches because all of the spring makeup comes out. And then I think that I'll be good probably, I want to say probably till like August, September is when like that fall makeup starts coming out, and that's probably when I'll be like, I think the only other big hurdle is probably going to be 20 days of beauty, 21 days of beauty for Ulta, but at the same time, like, for the past couple of years, it hasn't been that exciting to me, so I feel like maybe I'll be okay. But yeah, overall, I am feeling really, really good about my no-buy. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm enjoying the makeup that I already own, and I don't feel that I desperately need to add new things to my collection, so we're doing good. That's gonna wrap up today's video. I have, I don't know, 10 minutes before I have to leave here, so I need to bounce the fuck out of here. Yeah, comment down below. Let me know if you're also on a no-buy and how you're feeling. I would love to know. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!